It's Thoughtful Thursday.
Here's a little bit of history about me. I don't have a vagina. I'm not really the target of sexual advances or predatory sensations. There might be 5 black guys spread across the country going, hey, I'm going to put that cracker in his place. Something like that. But I really don't have that history of it. I do have friends that have gone through sexual assaults of various degrees. I'm not exactly happy with the situation my mother has been in before. There are several things here. Given that, I should be able to relate and empathize with women and actually be a male feminist without being challenged at all the time. It's the same thing you hear them complain about when you see nerd girls. A lot of bro dudes try to make nerd girls prove their cred, and you shouldn't have to do that. Same way, you shouldn't have to question me when I say I'm a feminist. I am. I try to speak up on issues that garner my attention like that. Like I do any issue that seems important to me. I'm probably more likely to pick a female over a male, not only because of whatever is going on with inequality in the world, but a lot of times, and maybe it's because of that inequality, they're up to stepping up to the job when they're put in those positions where it comes down to one or the other. Female characters in video games, I'm more likely to pick a female character, not only because, yeah, I don't want to look at a dude's butt for however many hours on end, but because, like, especially in fighting games, I want to see what the developers decided to put in these female characters who are still vastly the minority characters. I am on the side of Anita Sarkeesian when it comes down to it. I may make you stop the video right there, but I don't agree with everything she says. That would be ridiculous. Laci Green put out a video recently, something about victim blaming, specializing in sexual assault, and it's a great video. You should definitely go watch it. If I can remember, I'll put a thing on the thing. However, I don't really watch Laci so much because I felt like I've been yelled at through her videos when I definitely don't feel like I did whatever she's talking about. I think the last one that really hit home like that was talking to women on the street. It just didn't feel like it was delivered very well. I ran across a post that Christina Horner had shared that video, and I went the extra mile to share the video again because I actually thought it was that good, even though Facebook wouldn't let me for whatever reason. And the forum under there did not go very well. One guy had posted, like almost right after Christina posted, only girls are liking this, and there's a reason for that, but I'll get there. Something about like how the police were giving up on areas. They were blaming the victims of people getting their stuff stolen. They actually were posting signs saying, if you leave your stuff out here, it's good as gone. That was the message I was getting. No one else was seeing that. They were seeing it as, hey, lock your doors, which, of course, you should do. And yes, there's that laundry list of things to keep situations from happening to you. That doesn't absolve the offender whatsoever, especially in severe cases like rape. It is never the woman's fault when she gets raped unless she wanted to be raped, in which case it's not rape because she was willing. I've met some weird ladies, and I guarantee you at least one of my past relationships failed because I wasn't that guy. She was asking for it as not a defense. The same way that the kid who gets his Twinkie stolen on the playground, it's not his fault that someone stole the Twinkie. It might be partially his fault that he doesn't longer has it, just in the causality of things, but it's still the person's fault for stealing it. Crime is a crime. I'm not trying to downplay rape compared to stealing Twinkies on a playground. I'm saying there's a threshold that I hit, and anything above that is in the red zone, where we are seen fit for punishment. Execute rapists. Stop putting them in prisons. I actually had to watch over people as a correctional officer. Not only did I have to keep them from raping each other, which is a fun thing to have to think about when you're looking over a population of males, probably 20 and up. But plenty of people in there watching cable TV when I didn't have it as a correctional officer. So you want to think about that next time your bill comes up about this sort of thing. As far as that forum goes, I got in a tiff with one of the people there who, honestly, I think was just kind of mad that I had a cock and an opinion. And after a while, it was like, I can't take you seriously. You're not going to ruin my day. But it was still kind of depressing because I loved and respected Christina Horner since at least 2007. And she kindly asked me to leave. It still felt like I was being driven out, even though she specifically stated otherwise. But when you ask someone to leave, that's what it is. But I left. It's not a big deal. You need, as a male feminist, you're constantly fighting both sides. I got it on my last video for anti-feminism. I got anti-feminists, proudly declared anti-feminists, coming at me, the dude bras. And then I've got femme supremacists coming at me because I'm male. And it's all the time. It doesn't matter because I like women sexually. Because that's my thing, because I have a penis. These are things, prejudice, that's the word, that cause people to target me, and then I take an action like supporting feminism, and then I get guys having prejudice at me. It's like, you shouldn't be doing this, you're a guy, you need to realize that feminists are bullshit and blah blah. And then that's another weird distinction, an addendum to the last video, is that there are actually anti-feminists who think that they're not anti-feminism by calling themselves anti-feminists. They think that they're anti-feminists by declaring anti-feminism. So I guess it'd be anti-feminism. It's bullshit either way. It's just white noise once they make anything sound like they're against feminism, which is the rights of women being equal to the rights of men. Not greater than, not special treatment, equal to. There are certain biological differences that we just have to handle. And that's what it is. But equal to. I'm a humanist. May not be the best word. I'm definitely an equalist. Egalitarian? Equalitarian? I don't know what the exact word is there. But I'll put myself in the feminist camp for sure. But it's not just that. There are several injustices everywhere. The ones against females that are like violent sex acts are probably the worst of the worst. I'm more concerned with that than people murdering each other, honestly. When we get into the realm of entertainment where Anita Sarkeesian is, we glance into a small set of the larger problem. Because yes, victim blaming is bad. It is never someone's fault when they are raped. But you can't isolate that portion of victim blaming and call it a day. The same way you can't isolate video games and sexism and call it a day. You have to look at the whole picture. There are behavioral patterns in our culture that make these things happen. It feeds those issues. If we manage to actually eliminate victim blaming for rape, it's just going to grow back because the victim blaming exists, raising kids and whatnot. It's your fault you left the Twinkie on the playground. Anybody could have stole it. No, people are horrible. They are horrible. And no, it's not his fault that the Twinkie got stolen. Same way, it's not your fault if someone breaks into your car. There are precautions you can take to make sure it doesn't happen. The difference here, I have to make very, very clear. Why you shouldn't have to regulate how short your skirt is. One set of actions may prevent you from being raped, which to me is a greater benefit than being able to call somebody out. Maybe, because a lot of people don't, after the fact. If you really want a solution, you would set sting operations up all over the place. And if people started trying to rape people for having short skirts and everything, either take them out or arrest them or whatever you do with them, and then we'd be able to collect all the people that are willing to do that to other people. But I don't want that to be the solution. I'd rather just breed it out, everyone protect themselves, be aware, stop victim blaming in general, so that it doesn't leak over to these other more important areas. I'll say that clearly, that victim blaming on sexual assault with women, or people in general, because it happens the other way around too, it just typically happens male on whatever. Statistically, anyways, and I'm not going to pretend. I just read up a bunch of articles today about older women molesting young boys, but there's a weird double standard there that I haven't wrapped my head around yet, where like they're almost dream makers. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I've kind of been all over the place here, but I just wanted to kind of share my experience of being a male feminist. Next week, I'll probably try to hit on femme supremacy. That's a thought I thunk this Thursday.
If you want to see anything else we're up to, go ahead and click the annotations, and they'll take you to our other channels.